Hi, thanks for being in a new video. This time I have with me the JBL Charge Essentials 2 speaker. Let's give it a video review, let's get started. This is a speaker that we could consider as an entry-level model of the whole JBL series. That's probably why they have given it the Essential surname. However, it doesn't make many sacrifices in sound quality. We'll talk about that in a moment, but first let me tell you about the price. What here in Mexico at its launch was $3,499. On the screen you see the reference price in dollars. Remember very well that the prices here are not the same as over there. On promotion, the current price is $2,974. I think it becomes even more interesting. Again, you're looking at the reference price in dollars, just to give you an idea. So, with that in mind, join me in getting to know each of the features of this speaker. By the way, in the description of the video, I leave you purchase links, so you can go buy it if you like it. Let's start describing it physically, because notice how the brand logo is on the front with all the orange color that characterizes JBL. The covering is in fabric and it feels very good quality. Really, the touch experience gives a very good feeling. On the sides, we have a softer rubber-like feel. And not only on the edges, but also in the button area, which we'll talk about in a moment. First, let me show you how on the bottom we have a strip of some LEDs that are going to indicate the battery status, but it doesn't have any RGB lighting like we might find on other speakers. Generally, brands like JBL focus on the high end, and in the high end they don't usually incorporate this kind of details. In fact, on the back cover where the connectors are located, we will also see that it makes several cuts, which they surely consider unnecessary. But if you as a user were looking for them, let me tell you that here we have important absences. It has no 3.5mm jack for auxiliary sound input, nor will we find a slot for microSD cards. In addition, this USB-A port is not to connect a USB stick and play the content in MP3, but it is for this speaker to work as a power bank. So if you don't have much power left in your cell phone, you can plug it in and start the charging process. We're going to charge the speaker through the USB-C port that it has over here, so we don't have any other alternative audio input, just Bluetooth sound. This cover comes as this speaker is IPX7 certified. So without any fear, you can get to use it in the water because it will resist perfectly well even if you get to fall inside. On the top, we have placed the buttons. To begin with, we have Bluetooth to be able to link the speaker to another device. Then we have the volume down button, and to the right of the power button we have the volume up button. This power button has an LED to also easily tell you when the speaker is on or off. And finally, we will also find the play button that will also serve to go to the next song if we give 2 taps on it. However, I would like to see some additional buttons for playback control since there is no way to go to the previous song. This speaker weighs approximately 930 grams. So I consider it light, comfortable, and easy to carry. As you might notice, I hold it very easily. Now let me tell you details about the sound quality this speaker is capable of delivering. With a medium volume setting, the sound is very balanced. It has very good quality. It offers very good bass presence with good power. The treble is well defined. However, if you are going to turn the volume up to the maximum, you should know that the bass power feels a little lower than the rest of the frequencies. Therefore, you don't feel such a balanced sound when you have the maximum power. But if you're looking to make a lot of fuss, the speaker really does sound very loud, but really, really loud. You wouldn't think that a speaker this small could put out such a powerful sound. Speaking of technical issues, its frequency range comes from 60 Hz and goes up to 20 kHz. So here you notice that the bass is not 100% covered. But definitely, as I tell you, when you are at medium volume, you feel very strong, that part of the bass. And this is thanks to the fact that you have 2 passive radiators to emit this bass and 1 speaker focused on the treble. So we have two-way sound practically. And they tell us on the page that its driver has an oval shape. I honestly do not know what is the size of that driver because there is no information and we cannot disassemble the speaker. But in general terms, I insist that the sound is of very good quality. Just with the small detail that when you take it to maximum volume, the bass does not feel so strong. It should also be noted the absence of a mobile application with which you can customize a little bit the sound experience, as we could get to find in other speakers to offer us equalizer or also control over other parameters of the speaker. In fact, it also cannot be connected to another speaker of the same model to create a stereo environment as we also see in other speakers. And it also has no microphone, so you can call the voice assistant from the speaker or get to answer a call if necessary. So in many ways, it feels like a simple speaker, but with good quality. The Bluetooth audio codec is the more basic SBC. However, I must say that it doesn't feel like low-resolution sound. But obviously, if you are one of those who want to look for the sound with the maximum resolution, in this speaker, you are not going to find it. But now let's listen to some small tests of this speaker emitting sound so you can get an idea. But remember that it is not the same to listen to it live. Finally, let's talk about the battery life that this speaker can offer. Obviously, the battery will always vary depending on the volume at which you are listening and even the type of music. But in official figures, it is always considered an average volume and can get to offer you 20 hours of playback. I think that's more than enough for a party or a session. Although its charging time is not so short, it reaches about 4 hours. The USB cable is included in the box, but it doesn't come with a charging adapter, so you'll have to use some other adapter. Its ideal input is 5 volts 3 amps, so the charge would be about 15 watts. But it is likely due to the battery technology that it will take about 4 hours to charge to 100%. In conclusion, it seems to me a good proposal for those looking for a speaker that has a good quality and also has a good brand support. Since here comes JBL also working in collaboration with Harman to customize the sound perfectly. And honestly, I like the way it sounds. For the moment, this has been all regarding this video. Hopefully you were able to get an accurate understanding of what this speaker can do and what it can't do. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you can tell us about it, and we'll see you next time.